Picture this. You find yourself with the ability to time travel. The possibilities are endless. You could go back and witness historical events, or venture into the future to see what lies ahead. But there's one particular conundrum that has captured the imagination of many: the grandfather paradox. The grandfather paradox is a hypothetical situation where you travel back in time and accidentally prevent your own existence by killing or somehow altering the life of your own grandfather before the birth of your parents. This creates a paradox, as if your grandparents never meet, your parents would never be born, and therefore you wouldn't exist to travel back in time in the first place. One possible scenario to illustrate this is as follows. Let's say you hop into your time machine and travel back to a time when your grandfather was just a young man. Upon arriving, you encounter him and, in a fit of anger or sheer accident, end his life. Now, you might think that this would result in an immediate wipeout of your own existence. But think about it: if you were never born due to your grandfather's premature death, how could you have ever traveled back in time to kill him in the first place? It's like a never-ending loop of cause and effect. This paradox leaves us with a mind-boggling question. How do we reconcile the idea of time travel with the notion of altering events that could prevent our own existence? Some argue that this paradox proves that time travel is simply not possible, as it defies the laws of logic. But is there another way to unravel this mystery? One possible explanation lies in the theory of parallel universes. According to this concept, every time you make a decision, the universe splits into multiple versions, each one representing a different outcome. In the case of the grandfather paradox, it's proposed that by traveling back in time and altering events, you create a new parallel universe where your grandfather is killed and your own existence is negated. However, the original timeline from which you traveled remains intact, unaffected by your actions. This theory suggests that even though you might erase yourself from that particular timeline, you would still exist in your own original timeline. Essentially, you would be creating a new branch of reality while simultaneously existing in the timeline you originated from. This allows for the possibility of time travel without causing logical paradoxes. But let's not forget about another aspect of the grandfather paradox. If you were to travel back in time and prevent your own existence, how did you even have the chance to hop into that time machine in the first place? This raises questions about predestination and the idea that events in time are predetermined. Some argue that time travel itself is part of the predetermined sequence of events. In this view, your decision to travel back in time and alter history was always meant to happen, and your very presence in the past is a product of that predestination. This sort of thinking suggests that the timeline is malleable to a certain extent, but ultimately, we can't truly change the course of events. Others propose a more nuanced perspective, suggesting that time is not a strict linear progression, but rather a complex tapestry of interconnected events. From this viewpoint, your actions in the past don't erase your existence, but rather create a new timeline that branches off from the original. So, what does all of this mean for the possibility of time travel? Well, the truth is, we don't have concrete answers. The grandfather paradox poses a fascinating quandary that challenges our understanding of causality and the nature of existence itself. But perhaps the beauty of it lies in the fact that it encourages us to question, explore, and expand our horizons of knowledge. Whether we will ever unlock the secrets of time travel remains to be seen. But as long as the grandfather paradox continues to captivate our imaginations, the quest to understand the mysteries of time will persist. So, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and who knows, maybe one day we'll unravel the truth behind the paradox that has perplexed minds for generations.